Club. This is Mr. Walton. Check me out today. I'm free today. Okay? .0800 underway. So we're getting ready for sunset and still approaching the southern point of Great Abaco. Looks like we'll be there probably 3, 4, 5 in the morning. That's what we were thinking before, and we seem to be on pace to do that. And from there we turn and cross the channel over to Eleuthera. We just had an AIS target pop up right here. Disney Treasure. That's a Disney cruise ship. That island that it's sitting next to is sometimes called Disney Island. I don't know what its real name is, but it's a property that the cruise ships use. There's a facility there that they stop at, and people can go out to the beach, I guess, for the afternoon or whatever. So we got to keep an eye on we got to keep an eye on that ship. If we maintain our course, we're gonna pass very, very close to that ship and to that island. My intention was to basically hug the coast from about that point down to the southwest point on Great Abaco before I make the turn for Eleuthera. So we'll keep you informed if anything interesting happens with that. Yeah, it looks like she's moving now, so she just pulled out of there. Her speed over ground is about 13 knots, and our current closest point of approach is around 1 nautical mile in about an hour. That's if she doesn't pick up any more speed. She just started out. Yeah, she just flipped up to 13.3, so she may be up at a very high speed very quickly. And our TCPA is going to be a lot less than an hour. Yeah, you can see her detaching from the coast there. Disney treasure. Instead of coming in to the southwest reef cut, as we've talked about, I'm going to go through Egg Island Cut. And the reason I'm going to do that is there's a boat ahead of me, and I think that's where he's going. And I'm going to be able to watch him go in first, and then I can just copy him. So that boat that I was going to sneak in behind, his depth sounder is out, and so he spun around and asked me if he can follow me. So we've got the blind leading the blind now. That's current cut dead ahead. We're hooking a left over to go find an anchor spot for the night, and we'll do that tomorrow. Okay, we're at our anchorage, just north, up from current cut, and it's 11:30 a.m. We left the marina in Freeport yesterday at 08, so pretty good timing. We hit our marks, and it's real pretty here. I mean, this is the first time I've been up on one of the banks, so it looks like the Bahamas for the first time. Off to the right there is north, and that's the way up to Spanish Wells. Getting close to anchor up and on our way. Nice morning. This is a very good little anchorage to plop down before doing the current cut. It's all sand. Of course, we had a pretty mellow night, so I'm sure it can get a little rough out here if the wind is anywhere from other than the east. Okay, I'm going to pull up the anchor in about a minute. 0730. The tide changed in Nassau according to the charts at 0620. We're working with a 1.5 hour delay, so we want to be heading into the cut at 0750. So that gives us a few minutes to pull up the anchor, and then we're going to motor around and position ourselves in front of the cut. We are free. Zero 0740. No other vessels in sight, nothing on AIS, except our two anchorage mates there. I don't know if that's good or bad. So we should be at low tide now, and if we hit right at slack, then that's good. If we hit early, we're going to experience some head current, and if we hit late, we'll experience some tail current. So I've opted for a little bit of head current. The numbers that you generally see bandied about are 1.5 hours or 2 hours after the tide in Nassau. So I'm banking on being a little bit early, if anything, and so I'll get a slight head current, which I prefer to a tail current. And the reason is that if it turns out that it's rough in there and I need to turn around, I think it'll be easier to do that with a head current and ride it out rather than just get swept in. We're lined up. 0745. The only real defect here is the sun in your eyes. But if you want to get through in the morning, it's the only way. We've got a long haul. It's the reason I want to get through. As you recall, we're going to head all the way across the Bight of Eleuthera today to Tarpon Bay, so we can get some slight protection from the wind tonight. And that's 40 nautical miles, which is a real stretch. Entering the cut. "13 knots of wind here, speed 4.2 knots. Definitely feeling some head current here. About to come through the narrow area. 4.2 knot speed still. 4.3. .4. Our target is up there off the starboard bow, those rocks. When we get up there, we're going to try and make a very tight turn to starboard. Speed 4.7. I believe we're through the narrow area. Speed 4.9. Turning for that channel now. Speed 4.6. In the starboard channel now, passing the rocks. You got to run pretty close to these guys. Speed 5.1. Maintaining over 5 knots now, so we're clear of the cut. About 5 miles out from the anchorage. This is not a great anchorage according to what I've read. It's, you've got to, in order to get sand, you've got to go way in very shallow. So if you stay out around 12 feet or so, you're going to get a lot of rock. So I'm planning on going into maybe 7 or 8 feet. See if I can find some sand to drop the hook when we get there. Otherwise, we're making time as we had planned. We're going to be pulling in right around, actually right around 1600. So that should give us plenty of time to nose around and find a little patch of sand for the anchor, and then get ourselves secured for the evening. Hopefully tonight the wind is going to calm down. It's the prediction I checked it a few hours ago. It's still saying it's going to be like 11, 12 knots, and that's on the ocean really. We'll have a little bit of shelter behind the little arm of Eleuthera, so we shouldn't have too much strain on the anchor, on the ground tackle, hopefully. So we're in Tarpon Bay in Eleuthera, anchored. And it looks like smoke behind the town over there. Sometimes that's just people burning the garbage. There we are. We're not too far in. I dropped the anchor at 8 feet and we've drifted back. We're hovering around 10 feet right now. We're pretty much going to be swinging hopefully on that 10-foot line on the chart. So it'd be easy to see if we drag. Wind will be from the southeast, and you know, it's just going to push us out. So if we drag, we'll drag cleanly to the upper left of the screen. We won't hit that reef, which is to our north and east. And there's another little coral head reef almost directly to our south. And then there's those concrete moorings, which are off our starboard bow. So we'll just drift back if we drag. Hard to tell. I think I got the hook into a patch of sand, but you never know. Here's our second MFD, which is inside. So this is, you know, I basically sleep, you know, right at the nav station when I'm on anchor. So I'll be able to monitor everything through the night. We've got alarms and everything else too. Good morning. It's 07:30. We're out of the anchorage, motoring towards the marina. And as I remember, it's like 15 nautical miles. So hopefully we'll be there in 3 hours. Then we're going to duck out of sight for Monday night. There's a front coming through Tuesday night and also Wednesday night. Well, maybe not. Either Wednesday night or Thursday night is looking good for a jump overnight down to Hawk's Nest Marina in Cat Island, which is our intermediate goal. So we're hoping to be there by Friday as we had originally planned. Cape Eleuthera Marina, Cape Eleuthera Marina. This is sailing vessel Wallaby, over. Cape Eleuthera Marina, Cape Eleuthera Marina. This is sailing vessel Wallaby, sailing vessel Wallaby, over. Say again.
That's switch to 1414.
Cape Eleuthera Marina, Cape Eleuthera Marina, sailing vessel Wallaby, over.
Wallaby, this is Cape Eleuthera Marina. Go ahead.
I'm about 15 minutes from the marina. I'll call again when I'm at the outer channel buoy. I need to go directly to the fuel dock for fuel and pump out. Over.
Not a problem. We can go straight ahead with you.
Okay. Cape Eleuthera Marina, sailing vessel Wallaby, over. Sailing vessel Wallaby, heading into the marina now. And I have dock assistance over at the fuel dock. I'm single-handed.
Roger, Captain, come on in. Someone will be there to assist you.